goddesses, good morning, honey. If you don't think you special this morning, somebody lied to you, because you are. You are special. You are amazing. You are loving. You are caring. You are beautiful. You are gorgeous, baby. You are out of this world. And if it ain't kill you already, it's gonna make you stronger. If God woke you up today, you can best believe it's gonna be a better day. Stop stressing. Stop worrying about what other people seeing and doing. Lift yourself up and pull yourself out. You don't need nobody to do that for you. And I'm speaking from experience. Somebody need to hear this today, because I think it was me and my daughter got up today and we were talking about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. And we were talking about how she demasculated him and how he allowed it. Don't think that she just, the shit that she was doing, she did it on her own. No, he gave her permission to do it. He gave her permission to do it. When you got a man, is gonna be a man, no matter when, where, what, or how. A man's gonna be a man, and when he feel that his woman is saying or doing something that he don't agree with, he is going to speak the fuck up. And my other question is, nothing against Will Smith's mother. I'm a mother. This is your son. You raised him. We've all had grown to love him. We loved his rap. We found out he's an even better actor. But why wouldn't you, as a mom, or maybe she did. Sometimes our kids don't listen to us. But the way her mother can sit at that red table and speak and co-sign the fuck shit that her daughter does, I don't understand why Will's mother or even father couldn't have said to him, put a nip in this shit right now, because Jada got you out here looking real crazy, got you out here looking real disrespectful, and son, I don't like it. Because let me tell you something, I'm a mother of 9. I have 5 boys and 4 girls. And if any of the women, girlfriends, whatever you want to call them, hoes, that any of my sons choose to be with, if they were out here making my sons look crazy, look like fools, you out your motherfucking mind if I'm not going to pull my son aside and say to my son, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is this bitch doing? What the fuck? My other son, let me just tell y'all a little story. That my son, who was going through some issues, and it got really, really bad. And the woman, the girl, the young lady, I should say, that he was with, that he chose to be with, she made him crazy. She literally made his life crazy. And this son making my eyes water. She said things and she did things, to my son. And he loved her because that was his first love, his high school sweetheart. And when they knew that the relationship was no longer working, they were living together, they both said, you don't bring anyone to the house, I won't bring anyone to the house. As long as we're still living together, we will wait until we just part. That's what they had agreed to. But she didn't agree. Somewhere in that conversation, she didn't agree, and she started bringing niggas to the motherfucking house. Okay, and she was a white girl. She was a white girl. And she started being real disrespectful. Real disrespectful. And my son, his heart was broken. And we used to get in arguments over all the time because he would say, you just don't like her. You just don't. And I said, you motherfucking right, I don't like her. I said, but I tolerate her for him. I said, but I don't like anyone that doesn't treat my child right. Whether it's my son or my daughter. Bitch, I'm not fucking with you, and I'm not gonna like you, and my eyes are always gonna be wide open, because, bitch, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. And Will Smith have sisters, and one of them should have, because honey, my daughters went and looked for that bitch. My daughters and them, they was going to school with her, and honey, they would look every time it was some fuck shit that was going on. My daughter would be like, oh mom, I'm coming home late. Why you coming home late? Oh, because I'm staying after school for such and such, because I don't like how she treated my brother. I don't like that. That bitch would leave. He will him. Smooth ass white boy. I think he had more. I used to tease my son all the time and tell him, shoot, he got more hood in him than you, Poppy. Like, where the fuck they grow up at? But what I found out is some people ain't gonna like it. I don't give a fuck. That's my story. This is the life that I lived with my son. They were white folks that grew up in a not middle class, a high class, top of the line class neighborhood. Had everything, had silver spoon, and they was born with the silver spoon. Father was a lawyer, had his own law practice. The mom owned her own landscaping. She had contracts with every jewel out on the north side of Chicago. It snows, her people came and removed the snow. Time to cut the grass and plant the flowers, her people came, cut the grass and plant the flowers. These kids had brand new Lexuses, both of them, his and hers, at 15 years old, was delivered to their house on a truck, sat parked in the driveway until they finished driver's ed. That's what they got. What? Not a birthday, not for Christmas, because they were going to be driving soon, and their first motherfucking car, you hear me? Their first motherfucking car was a Lexus. I'll never forget, my son, he worked, and I told him, whatever you match, that's how much car will be. I always told each of them, I'll give them $2,500 for a car. $2,500 for a car. My son, the twins are getting this truck now, because I'm getting me another Mercedes, a new Mercedes. And I'm giving, when Darren finishes his driver's ed, he's gonna get this car, so I don't have to buy him one. But I had always told each one of them, $2,500 I'll put toward a car. The rest, if you want a $1,000 car, you better come up with $500. If you want a $5,000 car, you better come up with another $2,500. You come up with whatever it is, I'm gonna front you $2,500, and that's what you're gonna get your car with. So I never forget when Poppy was in driver's ed, and as he was going through it, and he got his permit, and he was so excited, and he says, Mom, are you still gonna get my car? And I said, yeah. And he told me what kind of car it was that he wanted us to look for him, you know? And I said to him, okay, and we went all over looking, Craigslist, Facebook, Marketplace, you know. We went out in the hood, every place to look for him a car. He got that car, when I tell you, he was so freaking, it was an Eclipse, one of those little small, it was a gray Eclipse. It was his first car. He fell in love with that car. And I remember he would pick his girlfriend up. He would pick her up. He was happy. He would pick her up in the morning, and they would go to school. They come together after school. He was so happy to have his own car. And then I remember he got in a car accident, and then he started having issues. And her mother wanted to buy my son a car. Now, mind you, we don't talk. Our kids are just dating. But I'll never forget when I was alarmed because when the mother came to my house, she said, white woman, you come to a black woman's house and you say in front of your daughter, in front of this son's, and my son's biracial, and you say in front of, my son, your daughter, and them, I don't want to say the girl's name, their names, so I'm not saying their names, but she said, ooh, you got you a good one this time. You got you, honey. She said, and then she looks at me because that my smile turned to a frown real quick. What you mean, bitch? She got her a good one this time. She says, I just wanted to let you that I think the world of your son. He is so respectful. He is because her daughter finally got a man, a gentleman, somebody that ain't gonna try to, and somebody that ain't gonna degrade her, because my son is a king. I raise kings in my house. We don't do that. They don't do that. They respect a young lady. So, but she was used to the thugs. She was and that's what she was used to. And my son wasn't the thug. My son's a Will Smith. My son wasn't a Tupac, but her brother was a Tupac. He was going to be a Tupac, and she was used to dating the Tupac. She wasn't used to dating a clean-cut, respectful guy. So she would always this girl would always do fuck shit. Come to my son's, the Tupacs would be up there, and she would be talking to him, and why they hitting on her and all this stuff. And my son, he couldn't concentrate. They get jealous, and he would be jealous. And the only time she would get her shit straight together is when we came around, or his sisters came around, because she knew she couldn't do that fuck shit in front of my daughters. And her brother would, and the guys figured that they could say what they want to my son, or try to cry because this broad want to be a hoochie, because you want to be with thug life niggas. Her brother would always say, no, dude, no, that's my brother. No, dude, y'all ain't gonna be coming up here disrespecting him like that. Y'all ain't gonna. And I used to, before I had ever met her brother, I just heard his voice on the phone. You know how you hear a voice on the phone and you like, damn, where he from? Who is that? I always thought he was black because of the lingo and the slang and how he picked up. It was our slang to a T. And my son used to always say, that's her brother. And I'm like, that ain't her damn brother. He's like, it is, until I finally saw him. And they say he was a wildcat. I remember the parents had to put him, they took this kid and put him in boarding school. Kid was fighting so hard against what his family believed in, because the father was prejudiced. My son told me that their father did not like anything that was not white. I said, well, because you mix with every goddamn thing. And my son say, I remember my son would say, oh, I'm going to pick her up from her dad's house. I'm going to drive. I wouldn't be nervous. And I would be like, why? How are you picking her up? He said, oh, Ma, she meets me at the corner up the block. That's what he said. And then that's how he would pick her up and drop her off. And I would be like, oh, okay. But it was crazy that her own mother was tired of her dating the type of guys that she was dating, and she was happy that she met my son, and that he was a man, he was a king, he was a gentleman, and he played basketball. The teachers, the coaches, everybody liked him. To this day, he still has a great reputation. He worked, so he was the type that he never liked or never wanted her to spend her money. He would spend his money on her. That was just the type of person. And if I borrowed money from her, he made sure he paid it back. He would even come to call me and say, Ma, I need $100 because I need to pay her back. And I would give it to him. And that's the type of man that he is. So we got to talking about Will Smith, and everybody knew the type of guy that Will Smith was. He realized, I remember when he said his wife, they were young, and he wind up that it just didn't work because they both were young and they wasn't ready for what they thought they were ready for, you know? And they wind up divorcing. But I think Will wanted something because his wife, clean cut woman, respectful. She was like him. And when you got two people that are alike in so many ways, it tends not to work because both of you guys are even leveled. And being even leveled, it's not gonna work, you know, because y'all both is looking for something. And I think that's what Will thought he found in Jada, because he said he called her up. If he called her up out the blue, he said he already had his eye on her. That means he already had his eye on her. He's already been watching her. He's already been infatuated with her, how she stopped. She was his Tupac. She was that thug. She was that one that was going to get something that he wasn't used to. And the opposite. But she, like she said, she didn't want to marry Bill. She wasn't in love like that. She wanted something different. They both was vulnerable, she said. They both was vulnerable in their lifetime, but he was never going to be the guy that she was going to marry. She wanted to marry thug life. That's what she wanted to marry. She wanted to marry thug life, you know? And together with everything that Will was doing, Will developed that status. She started getting better roles, and then he became an A-lister real quick. Then he started coming real quick, and that's what she enjoyed. And she knew, okay, I got to make this work. Now, since I got to make this work, I'm gonna have to give him some babies. Otherwise, people gonna start talking. You know, she know that but Tupac had her heart, because that's the motherfucker that was gonna tell her when she did wrong. That was gonna tell her together. That would have never walked. Let me just tell you something. Tupac gonna tell a nigga before, after, and before, during, and after. You understand me? Tupac is going to tell a motherfucker straight the fuck off of what's up, and he's going to tell his bitch the same thing. And if he had found that joke funny and was laughing, and she didn't find that joke funny, you know what I'm saying? Tupac would have said to her, girl, bitch, I'm not going up there to punch this nigga for this. Are you serious? You better laugh that shit off. You better suck that shit up and laugh it off. That's what Tupac would have said. Bitch, you better suck that shit up and laugh that shit up. And that's what she would have done. Will is controlled. He is a punk. He think he can't do no better. He can't get better. And you got this woman that is demasculated. You are not the man of your house. You're allowing her to be the man of your house. And anytime a man allows a woman to be the king of the castle when he's living there, the castle is gonna fall fucking apart. The castle is gonna fall apart. The woman is never supposed to be the king of the castle. She's supposed to be just what she is, the queen. She's supposed to stand by your side. She's supposed to lift you up. She's supposed to watch the motherfuckers of you and let you know who to keep an eye on and who. But you got your bitch being king of the castle, and now she's controlling every fucking thing, and feels that she's controlling everything. She feels that every time something comes up, something's wrong or something's not right, she got to speak on it. She got to say something, because you ain't man enough to say it. You ain't man enough to do it. She figures she gotta speak on it. We already knew the type of fuck shit y'all was doing. Just because August Alsina went to open up his goddamn mouth don't mean y'all had to get in front of the camera to say shit. Will Smith should have got up there, king that he used to be, and said, this is what it is. It is what it is. Me and my wife control our marriage. What we do together or what we do apart, we both agree on that mutually. What the fuck kind of publicist that y'all got? You just let a person know. When you let a person know, when you say some shit to a motherfucker that's trying to make you look bad, when you let them know, yup, that's what it is what, now what? Just like I remember when the motherfuckers get on here, when they brought up my daughter's Dr. Phil shit and all that shit, and I first talked about foot fetishes and shit that I did, and they was trying to say I was a hoe and I did all this, but then we found out who the real hoe was, didn't we? We found out who the real bitch that was hoeing around, who came from a long line list of hoes. We found that out, didn't we? As we start listening, because the very person that speaks on it, the very person that downs certain things, the very person talks shit, them the ones already doing shit. They're already doing shit. So the girl, your mama was a hoe, your grandmama was a hoe, you was hoeing. Y'all just wasn't doing it the right way. So trying to bring up my foot fetish or whatever, but when I admitted to shit to it, I'm like, and now what? I'm a grown motherfucking ass woman. If I want to do foot fetishes, pussies, ass fetishes, dick fetishes, whatever the fuck kind of fetishes a queen want to do, if I want to do it, I can do it, because I'm a fucking grown, way past grown ass woman, and I can do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do. Who gonna do what? Y'all, you don't feed me, clothe me, fuck me, take care of me, nothing. I do it. But that's the thing about when people's trying to control you. And Jada has the world, she has Hollywood controlling her while she controls Will. Will was that type that will sit back and would not say any fuck thing. He would shut the fuck up. He wouldn't say anything. Will was that type, right? He's not gonna say anything. He don't give a damn what nobody else say. He making money. He's doing his thing, right? But Jada, the second they start talking shit or motherfuckers bringing up facts on this bitch, she figures I gotta say something. And then she go and say stuff that winds up making her husband looks like a motherfucking punk, a fool. Y'all already do, and said, what black mother they know allows her child? We let our child emancipate himself at 15, 14. We let him, because he just wanted to do his own, we let him go. What black mother, you tell your motherfucking son, if you don't get your motherfucking ass in there in that room and get your motherfucking shit together, what the fuck you mean going through stuff? And that's some teenage shit. That's teenage. I'm going through some shit right now with my 15-year-old. Angel right now. Tell Angel in a motherfucking heartbeat, if you don't get your motherfucking ass in there and once you turn 18, bitch, you can do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. You can do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do when you're 18 years old. But right now, come on now. You 15, 14, 15 years old. We not doing that. We not doing that. Get your motherfucking ass in there. So that was one. They already gave they children freedom. They children raised themselves and did shit for themselves. They didn't have a mother that act like a mother and a father that, because that's the thing about with these actors and actresses, they never home, never around to raise their children, and their children are being raised by nannies and everything else when they should be raised by the grandparents. If you gonna go and do something like my daughter say in a heartbeat, when I gotta go do something or whatever, I bring my baby to my mother, and she knows when she brings me, Prince is going to be, when Prince acts the fuck up, I'm gonna be right in that ass. I'm gonna be right in that. I ain't gonna be no. Prince, please act right. Prince, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. No, Nana gonna be saying, Prince, if you don't get your motherfucking ass in there and do what the fuck it is that you're supposed to do, we are going to have a motherfucking problem. That's how, and I think that if Will Smith's mom had took on those kids, they would be better. If I don't know, Jada Pinkett already said how her mother already fucked her head up. It probably wouldn't have done no better if they had to wind up being with her mama. And her mama still, you know, her mama see the daughter got the money and all that shit now, and her mama is co-signs to every fucking thing that her sick, stupid ass daughter does. The shit is not. I don't feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for Will at all. All I can say is get some help. Will, get some therapy. Hire a motherfucker that is going to tell you like it is. That is going to fucking let you know no matter what, and ain't gonna just suck up you because of the amount of money. See, I said this before. The stars, they need to hire me. I'm gonna be that one that I'm gonna tell your motherfucking ass regardless of what. They need somebody, like when you got the family members of these motherfuckers, when they popping pills and they doing all other kind of fuck shit, and nobody wants to tell them nothing because they the one paying the bills. And no, motherfucker, stop taking the motherfucking pills before you commit suicide. Stop doing X, Y, and Z, motherfucker, before you lose your life. Like, they need folks to tell them. Will, Jada, you making Will look like a motherfucking ass fool. All that they got around them, and ain't nobody speaking the fuck up. Not their parents, not their so-called best friends. That's what a friend does. The person that cares about you say, girl, you making your man look stupid in front of the world. This is what they need. That's why I told y'all, when my daughter got mad at me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I tell you the truth because I love you. You going to get or leave it. But you'll realize it, and then you're going to come back, and everything's going to be good. Some folks, they don't understand it until it's too late. All right, guys, I am here at work. We will talk again. I'm uploading this video, so y'all, and share. I love you. God bless. Ta-ta for now.